Good morning, dear students. As the sheet appears in front of you, we are now recording confusing words. As it appears in the example, did you? Of course, I'm going to use the infinitive, choose, because after did, I must use the infinitive. Did you choose the pasta or the stew at lunch? Sentence number 1. Has your family decided what first or second word to take on the drive to Anchorage? Of course, I'm going to choose the second word, which ends with E. The meaning of it is pass or direction, way, okay? Sentence number 2. Except for a few, first or second word errors, China's report is excellent. Of course, the answer here is the second word, which means small errors. But the first word, it means people who work underground to extract metals, petroleum, and so on. So number 2, the correct answer is the second word, small mistakes, minor errors. Sentence number 3, job openings are posted on the first or second word director's bulletin board. Okay? Now, of course, here the job openings are posted on the personal first word. I mean that bulletin board, which is related to the what? To stating the information related to all people who want to know information. So first word. Number 4, native peoples of the first or second word continued to move westward. Now, of course, I'm going to choose the first word. Plains means flat areas of land, not the second word, the plains that you see at the airport. So sentence number 4, your choice is the first one. Sentence 5, citizens of the world hope for first or second word among all nations. Of course, they all hope for peace, the second word, which is the opposite of war. Sentence number 6, to boost. Boost means to support. Team, moral, first or second. Couchwinkle ran laps too. Of course, we are going to choose the first word, which is the amount of confidence related to good standards. Okay? Spiritual feelings. So the correct word is the first choice. Moral, that ends with E. Sentence number 7. Do you think having the garage sale was a first or second of time? Of course, the first word. That means useless time. But the second word, it's part of the body. Here I'm talking about useless time, unnecessary time. So I'm going to use the first word. Mind you, put in mind that the name of the lesson is confusing words. You find that the words approximately they have the same pronunciation, but difference in spelling. But each word has a different meaning. Okay? Now, sentence number 8. William doesn't know first or second word to ask Miss Link for a retest. Of course, word number 1, which means if. I'm not talking about the second word, which is weather conditions, whether it's rainy, sunny, but I'm wondering if William doesn't know if he has to ask her or not. Number 9, the dome on the state. Here I want the dome. It means the rounded roof of the building. So I'll choose the second word, Capitol, is being cleaned. Sentence number 10, their use of first or second language during the formal dinner made a poor impression. Now, once I'm talking about a formal dinner, so it's not suitable to use vulgar language. What's the meaning of vulgar? Coarse, which is the first word. Word number 1, coarse language, vulgar language. And the vulgar language doesn't suit the formal dinner. But the second word, when you enter an English course, a French course, German course, this is the second word. So the correct option here is the first word. Now we move to exercise number B. We are going to look at the sentence. If there is a word which is misused, you are going to correct it and write it above the word. Underline the misused word and correct it. As it's seen in the example, you have counselor. So we have to correct the spelling. The word here is misused. The correct word, counselor, which means advisor. Sentence number 11. He wasn't aware that the moon affects the tides on earth. Now what is the misused here? Affects. Now this is the noun. Now here we need a verb. So instead of the E at the beginning of the word, you will write an A, affects. So you underline the word affects and change the E at the beginning of the word using an A. So you use the verb now, which is correct. Sentence number 12. One of this political party's principles is that all meetings should be open to the public. Principles here is misused because I'm talking about rules and ideas, basic rules and ideas. So you are going to underline principle and write Principle. P-L-E-S, because you have the word in front of you, it's in the plural form. So use the what? The plural form. Principles. Sorry. The motion to accept the engineering company's contract passed unanimously. Unanimously means with agreement. Okay? Now, here, to accept. It's misused. It's a misused word. I'm going to underline it and write to expect. E-X-P-E-C-T. E-X-P-E-C-T. Sentence 14. Don't stomp on the brake pedal. Press it calmly and steadily. Don't. Okay? Stomp. Stomp, it's misused here. Change the O using an A. Don't stamp. That means don't put your foot on the brake pedal. Number 15, she was formerly an attorney in private practice, but now she owns a bookstore. Formerly is misused here. It should be formerly. That means previously. The correct spelling, F-O-R-M-E-R-L-Y. Formerly, previously. And of course, we discussed these confusing words before. Sentence number 16. They're trying to give you a compliment. Now here we have two problems. The first word, we are not going to use possessive pronoun. We have to start they are. They are. They, the pronoun they, and verb to be. They are trying to give you a compliment, praising you, a compliment, after the L-I. After the L-I, which is words of phrase, of what? Of praise. Who's planning to submit an application? Sentence 17, to the personal department. At the beginning, who is, not whose. Who, W-H-O, and verb to be. And personal department, P-E-R-S-O-N-N-E-L, which is the staff working in a company. Sentence 18, in the dark tunnel, the lights on the miners' helmets. Miners, it's wrong. Instead of the O-E, because those who are working underground. Instead of the O, write an E, miners. 19, the path lead to a quiet picnic area. Underline quiet. We need a word which means peaceful, calm. Instead of this word quiet, quiet. Q-U-I-E-T. The last sentence. Did you hear the guide's talk about the history of the Capitol building? Now, here we are focusing on the sense of hearing. So we have to use the correct verb, H-E-A-R. And the last word, capital, instead of the A-O, Capitol building. Thank you so much. That's the end of our first recording lesson.